Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Temptations of Ait'seh with What Team Comp. I am your host, the Uncommon Guru, having an uncommonly bleh time in my own living situation, but I will power through it for the power of D&D. Yeah. So, you guys having a good time? You guys doing good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking eaten by fucking dinosaurs, but fuck me.
I got late lunch, so I'm good.
So you're having a good time, having a good time.
I ate a fish pie.
That does sound good.
My favorite part is the eyes.
Oh god.
Not bad.
They're
No!
like juicier.
No! Don't do this to me. Not right now.
I also had cheesecake.
Lucky.
My favorite flavor is cheddar.
Buddy's is in a cursed mood today!
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to this summary. Are you gonna do summary?
Yes, you guys have made your way to where you are. You've been speaking with Kalira's mother, and you guys had an experience, to say the very least, where as you were dealing with, just the people that Kalira's mother has worked with, one of them had very familiar symptoms and experiences of stuff that you all immediately jumped on. And figured out that yeah, he's not just getting old. He had some sitting demon on his chest, which the clergy were called in. They were able to remove curse and then immediately banish the sucker to another plane of existence entirely. That's good. That's very good.
We were supposed to do things in between session again, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I just looked at my notes and I feel like.
Sorry, I mean you people were.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, same.
I don't think I had.
Yeah. Everyone else was just fucking chopping the runes. I was just fucking making clothing for the desert.
She had a little bit of downtime.
The vitriol in that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Christ.
Get the fucking barrel.
To skim over it quickly, Dawn. Did you find any news at the churches about whatever this might be? About this demon thing?
Thank God I need a second to recover from Butters' shit.
I deserve it. I really do. I thought I took care of it all, but I guess not. My notes. This is why I have them.
This is what happens when I go outside for a joke.
Oh god. Oh my god. This is a wonderful start to the session.
Or, we could just deal with it.
I think he's trying to find the notes. Because something tells me this is gonna come up this session. Like, it's just hard luck. Alright, Don, what does the cop get from his fellow cops? He's a fucking
That's
cop.
right. You're going in as a paladin to be like, hey, I'm a cop. I need the scoop.
He is gonna start being a little bit more open about who he is again. So he's not gonna be hiding that he's a paladin now. Though he'll probably avoid saying for who quite yet.
Right.
Look at this fucking straight up ass.
Yeah, he's gonna say he is paladin though.
Okay. You go in, and when they see you enter, they obviously do not know you're a paladin straight off. How are you going to introduce that you are a paladin to them?
Uh,
Hi, I'm a paladin.
I don't know. It's not like something he just would say, but is there?
Okay, in which case they will greet you and say, how can we be of assistance today, good sir?
This is why I wanted to take care of this out of session.
Yep.
This is my fault.
Don't make me say it again.
Okay. Where is my notes? And this is the same church as the clerics that came by earlier, I guess?
Yes, this is one of the same clergymen if you went to that clergy area.
Okay, I guess you'd say, I came to look into something. Came to look. How would you say this?
He came to look into something.
Well, just something's too vague. Oh, God.
I can ask for detail.
Okay. Yeah, came to look into a curse that may be afflicting multiple people in town.
Certainly, we can see what we can do to assist you as best we can. What is it that you are looking into specifically? We've heard very little in regards to curses that people are aware of.
Reports of people not having trouble breathing.
That does sound like an issue, not a curse.
And that is what I would have thought if we hadn't just. What would you say? Banished a sitting demon? Was that what it's called? Sitting demon?
That's the
Strangling.
commonplace.
I thought it was strangling.
Strangling demon is
Strangling?
another one. Those are two
Okay.
of the names that it does have. You know the name of it in your notes.
Yeah. Whichever it is. Yeah. If we hadn't just banished a strangling demon. Strangling, yep, that's what it is.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I am gonna have to warn you, I don't have my laptop and my Cintiq is not very well built for this, so it might be a little wonky. Persuasion.
We've all played in circumstances not necessarily as technologically advanced as we like. It's all good.
It shouldn't be advantage, but you.
No,
you
it's
get
9.
Yeah.
You didn't see the paladin symbol.
He doesn't have it out.
Yeah, he's saying basically that's why I said how are you going to present it, because if you're going in just as you are, you're not being like I am a paladin of Zoo or showing a symbol of Zoo. They just think you are just like a fighter at this point.
Yeah, I mean.
So yeah, no, they're just kind of like looking at you just like that's very nice that you're bringing that up. If it's been handled with, then it's hardly a curse if it has happened to a person, which means that that one individual would have been cursed, not a group of people. You are very quick to jump to such an assumption, good sir. Are you bringing evidence to this fact, or are you simply worried that we are not doing our job? We are, in fact, doing our job. We are keeping this place as safe as we can. If one person goes out and gets themselves cursed, that is not something we can control.
He said there were others with similar symptoms.
Many people will claim themselves to have similar symptoms and find themselves in the midst of sickness. It does not mean that they are cursed.
I'm only trying to make sure there isn't an outbreak.
Then we will certainly keep that in mind. Thus far, we have not seen such a thing.
He, I think he knows that they don't think of him as paladin. This is frustrating for him because it's not what he's used to.
Welcome to the other side.
Yeah, he doesn't like us. It's very frustrating and annoying, but he gets it. I think after a moment, he's just gonna be like, he'll kind of nod and he's just like, thank you for your time.
Have a good day, sir.
And once he leaves, well, he didn't want to have to, but he'll probably take his symbol back out because he's not gonna get much work done without it. And that way he doesn't have to explain himself, because it's just not in his style to just go out and be like, I'm a paladin. Yeah, so he'll take his symbol back out and kind of have it so people can notice.
Okay.
And this time, continue on to maybe a couple of other churches to ask similar questions, including, is he gonna go back to the zoo church? I know you said there's maybe one.
Yeah, just one. Smaller. This place isn't known for war.
Yeah, not quite yet. He'll go around to some of the other bigger ones maybe and ask similar questions.
Okay. Okay. About a couple of them are a little bit skeptical, but for the most part, when they see, you walking up and then they see that you have the emblem on it, they're at the very least willing to discuss things a little bit further with you. But there will be certain points when they'll be like, "Are you oath-bound to zoo and such?" Basically asking, kind of on the sly asking, "Are you actually a paladin, or are you just a worshiper of zoo?" Which I imagine with him going, "Yes, I am," they're like, "Oh, we'll explain a little bit further," giving you the information you need to know, which really they all seem to be saying the same thing as what the first people were saying, just a lot more forthright and nicer about it.
Nice. Okay, but no one really seems to have an idea of any more cases like this coming up.
Make an insight check.
What was insight?
Okay. In one of the churches, when you bring it up, one of the clerics does it's not super subtle, but it's subtle enough that you realize that they're a little bit more fidgety. And when the other cleric says no, we haven't, the other one does not reaffirm it like the others do.
That's weird. Why would they hold back though? Well, he's not gonna push it for now.
Okay.
I mean, he would be very clear and upfront about if there's a source or something he wants to take care of it or he needs to. I think that's what he does.
Yeah, when you mentioned that same cleric just kind of makes like a like they have no idea what to think of that thought, which the other one does as well, so that's not really out of place, but it seems that they may know something more, but they don't know anything more about the source of this thing.
He's not as straightforward. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I mean, he might. Okay, no, he would push a little more because if we're about to leave, then what did we play? Any little bit of information helps, or theories, or anything they might have, observations.
Make another persuasion check. This time with advantage because you're a paladin.
Nice. Oh, I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt later. Persuasion's not a strong suit.
As you're asking this, the other person's like, "It's nothing," and then the other one goes, "Well, And the other cleric kind of like looks to them like, what? Excuse?
Mm.
But that cleric just kind of makes like this, kind of like the wishy-washy, waving their shoulders back and forth, like they're trying not to say it, but at the same time, it's clear that they have something they want to say. After a moment, they go, there has been a few other cases, but they weren't in the city. They were outside the city. Travelers who had been coming around through the northern pass trading route from Solward to here. It, it's one of the trading routes runs closer to Clouded Sands and then comes down through, and at some point they started having similar symptoms to what you're discussing, and when they finally were they had clerics brought out of the city to look them over, they seemed to have well, similar issue to what you've brought up when you first came in.
That's interesting.
I only know because I was one who went out to handle one of them.
That definitely helps. Yeah, he would thank him for their time and the information. But that definitely helps.
One will bow. The one who had all the information will give you a little curtsy.
Yeah, and then he'll probably return back to continue helping. And tell everyone in detail everything he found. This time, not skimping on the details. Which he didn't find much anyway.
Finally.
So. He did not find much anyway, so it's
Finally,
not
some
like...
good fucking food.
Crumbs from Beardrick is like a fucking feast from anyone else.
Yeah, Naivara made it clear that he needs to be very forthcoming with everything this time. Yeah, okay, thank you. That is mainly what he wanted to figure out. That I think that's enough snooping around. We still need to help with the note transcribing stuff anyway.
Alright. So anything else you guys want to do before you guys head on out?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that I don't have to roll for these outfits. Please say no.
No, it says you can make outfits in a rest, so if you're doing that, then you'd be able to do it.
Okay, thank God.
PR, did you want to do that scene?
Oh?
Ooh,
No! I refuse!
you've already committed, Paris.
It's almost as bad as Gruff.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Thank you for reminding me.
Taro, I'm dead inside too.
What's my
I'm so
channel
happy I taught NPR this.
I hate you. I'm gonna wait until you get into arc, and then I'm gonna watch a Velociraptor leap on you.
Paris, bruh.
I'll find a way to get your ass back.
So where will so Vidric would I assume be entering the house again.
Yeah, unless Colier's gonna approach him, he'd probably wait until later at night or something.
Well, Kalir is probably in the room doing the runes and stuff, but perhaps later on, closer to sort of dinner or whatever. I guess like I don't know, sitting down or something.
Yeah, he's probably helping with the notes and stuff too. There, doing what he can anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because we're all trying to copy it down, right?
I mean,
As far as I was aware, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone who's there, not going out and doing other stuff.
Okay. Okay. Claire would. Trying to think of the way Claire would do this.
Hmm.
Claire will poke you. He'll poke this, right?
He'll look over.
And Khalil will nod. It's a very, like, subtle nod.
You want to talk in private?
She just kind of. She's not sure what to say. She's just kind of like. Ooh, excuse me. She's just kind of like. She opens her mouth. And then she tries saying something and just closes her mouth. And she just kind of goes like you can tell it's difficult
He's
for
being
her to.
patient for now. He's gonna continue staring at her though. He's gonna get this answer.
It's okay.
What's okay?
Private talk.
Talk in private.
We don't have to.
And then what do you want to talk about?
She kind of fidgets around a bit.
Okay, at this point I think he's starting to get an idea.
Yep. The face of the people.
Have you come to a decision?
She nods.
And what is it?
She nods.
You have to tell me, Clear. Yes. He's gonna make you say it. He gets it, but he's gonna make you say it. He wants you to be sure. He's still staring at you like he's waiting.
What did you hear?
He's
Well, that's it.
he barely heard it, but he's acting like he didn't.
Oh my god.
He's gonna make sure you mean it when you say it. He's gonna take half-ass.
Fucking military bitch.
Commit.
You gotta commit. This isn't something to take lightly.
Wait, I do have a question. Did you do this in the rune room and just
Yeah.
made
We're literally
Axel
all,
walk out
we're
again?
literally all hearing this.
Everyone's here, I think.
No, probably not. Axel, as soon as you entered the room, immediately started walking out. Like,
Innate reaction. Wonderful.
just with a sigh again.
Very quietly. God damn it.
Okay, I think that's good enough for him.
See, the way you said it, I thought for 2 seconds Virgil went, okay, and now it's. That would have been great.
He's still looking at her and he's like, an hour later.
I don't know. It's dinner soon.
After dinner. Or tomorrow morning.
After dinner.
Okay. And that's that.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Do the others react to this?
I'm just watching.
Actual walking in.
He realized no one else followed him out. Like, hey, where did they all go?
Zadine
No,
has questions, but
no.
not for clear.
He just walks out and goes, okay, we're getting back to work now.
No,
Yes.
I was kind of going back and forth between watching this extend. She fucking knew what this was about essentially when Kalir started talking, and just going back to copying the runes.
Why does everyone look so tense is my question. You
Good,
guys are just looking.
back to the rooms.
You get used to it. Well, come over here, help me. I don't know what the hell this fucking language is. So I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Dax
Wait.
just kind of waves his hand. Nah, I'm gonna take a break. He just walks out.
Wait, what did my Vara
She's literally said, come over here. I have no idea what this language is, so I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. As soon as he walks out, she just kind of like chucks the papers that she has on the desk and walks out the room. Like, fuck it! I'm taking a break. I'm getting a headache from these things.
Beardrick's just gonna, I mean, he's not very fast, okay? He's slow at this. But he's gonna keep trying to work on the runes until food.
I'll try and help Beardrick out a little bit.
Coolers gonna keep working. Before my Vara leaves, Cooler says like, orcish can be very harsh sometimes.
Didn't mean the runes.
Yeah.
You know.
What?
For trying to comfort me.
Oh.
No, you go out just to see Axel probably sitting on a couch or something, just flipping a dagger between his fingers. He was bored.
Just sit right beside him and just say, not knitting! Start sewing, not knitting.
Those are two very different things.
I just imagined her with 2 needles, and then I'm like, that's not how you make a fucking thin outfit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a winter
But
sock.
the crochet. But the crochet. But the crochet
Peter, please.
outfit. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. No problem.
Crochet a beanie. We're going into a desert. Fashion, damn it!
Is the dean trying to ask Beardrick anything before food or no?
Yes, he is, but he's doing it quietly, so Clear does not hear because he doesn't want to upset her, because she looked very much on the verge of being upset in that entire conversation.
Yeah.
Also question, which day did you do this on?
I imagine the day before we're leaving?
Okay. So so just by the way, the break Axel's not gonna help for the rest of it. So
Okay.
whatever, there's gonna be a bit, whatever is left. What? Yeah.
May I ask what that was about?
Oh my god. Weird trick is. Okay, she wants to face some bullies from her child. You get the distinct impression that he's leaving out a lot, as usual.
As we said,
I feel
Crumps.
like perhaps there are more important things to be focusing the attention on. Besides that, unless, of course, there is more than simply facing down some people who did not treat her well as a child.
He kind of looks at the demon. He's like, "You saw how she didn't want to come into town. And this might be the root of it."
And merely the root of that, or something else.
Man, he didn't want to get into this. He's not the type to want to spread Kalir's info everywhere, but...
Yeah, but it's not like Kalir's gonna say anything. Unfortunately,
Have you
you have
asked her?
become the repository of the information.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah. Not like spreading other people's business around, but...
Unless you prefer me to ask her myself. Of course, that could simply upset her. And I do not wish to do that.
Honesty.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna glance back at Kalir to make sure that she can't hear this for now.
If you do not want to say it, I will ask her. It will not be the first time I have upset someone, and it will not be the last.
You know how she is now. Her personality.
I do.
Her mother talked to me the other day. Apparently she wasn't always like... She said Kalir hadn't called her mommy in a long time. Even before her disappearance. Or, before she left, I guess is the right word.
And
Whatever.
Oh, go on.
Oh, no, go ahead.
And you believe that this abuse she suffered at a younger age might have been the turning point for her personality?
Could be. Whatever traumatized her like that, she needs to get over it. Work through it. Whether this works or not, I don't know. But at least it's something. Does he ask any more? Does he seem to understand?
Do tell me if... No. This... I have another question, but this is... not for you. But I appreciate you telling me.
He nods. And if he seems done with the conversation, Virik will go back to work.
The dream as well.
Okay. And that's that.
Guru,
Mm-hmm.
both Axelrod and Navarre being out, that doesn't slow it down too much.
They're taking a short break. It's just getting things
No,
done.
Axelrod's done. He's not working on it
I mean,
anymore.
this is the
Yeah,
last day before you guys are going, so it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like you might miss a few minor details, but you've gotten most of the important stuff done by this point, as far as you know.
Navarre will be helping when she can, when her brain isn't just shit.
I know that feeling.
Does it come to time?
Dinner time comes and goes. Simple enough.
She does
After we
kind
finish.
Oh.
She does look at Axel during her break, which, by the way, I can't help but imagine she takes frequent breaks, so she's seeing his asses there over and over again.
Well, for the last day, of course, for this, so yeah.
Yeah. There a reason you ain't coming back in?
He just looks up. Well, I'm not treated as a party member a lot of the time, so I'm doing what I was hired to do: fight and heal. He just puts a thumbs up and goes back to the dagger thing.
If you're responding to you leaving, first of all, you weren't told to leave that time. Second of all, personal problems for someone who doesn't know you, yes, we would hope that you would give them some privacy.
No, I'm not talking about the one-on-one conversations. I mean conversations as a party I've been left out on. I've accepted it, moved on. But it's getting taxing, the fact that I have gone above and beyond and done things I was not hired to do. And you people still trust me less than a random person you'd find on the street, probably. I'm
Known
fine with
you
the fact
for
that you don't trust me, but I'd like some respect. I'd like some respect still.
I assume that some respect was shown in the fact that we figured you could handle the runes in and of itself.
You had clear. You expect. It's fine. He just nods. He's still somewhat smiling. I've done a lot. I'm just going to take this day as a resting period.
Shrugs. Go ahead back into the rune area.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go? I want to inside that smile. The smile is freaking off-putting.
I mean, the most you'll get is, the feeling
She
that
gets
he has.
nothing.
Alright.
It's a
I
smile.
rolled it just for fun. Yeah, I rolled it just for fun. The guidance doesn't get applied, but still, that's higher.
Mm-hmm.
You can get what you think you'd pick up on, still. Just
I just want to see if he seemed bitter.
It's a smile. Does the smile seem bitter to you?
The smile can mean lots of things. Don't go there with me.
Then it seems like it could be a lot of things.
Okay. I've
Paris,
said that
let's
I'm
just
going
say-
inside. Stop fucking with me, Don.
Paris, I rolled in the 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving you that much.
Paris,
Because
the man's expert at saving face. Remember that.
In that case, what were you saying, Madrino, after dinner?
I'm going to grab Kalir before we
head out.
I'll go to dinner briefly
Oh, before dinner?
before dinner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, I don't know if this is something everyone is going to be participating in. The Kalir thing.
Beardrick was gonna ask Clear after dinner about it.
Well.
Do you have a plan? We have a plan?
Khalil would not really know.
But that's for after dinner. This is before dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to ask.
Go ahead and ask him.
He asks. Beatrice is like, we'll talk about this after dinner.
Gotta talk during second breakfast.
Well, he's not asking Beardrick, he's asking you, NPR.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, sorry, what was he asking?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to word it in character.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Zadim will, as we're all like filing out of the runic room, he'll motion for Clear to wait a second.
She will wait. She will stay like a dog.
I don't want to pry. I am the kind of person who respects a person's privacy as I would hope they would respect mine. But at the same time, you are my friend. And while I do not voice it very often, I do try and make sure that my friends are alright. Whether that be physically or emotionally. And I could not help but notice that ever since we got here, you have been a bit on edge. So I wanted to ask if there was something bothering you.
I was hurt here. Really badly. I got chased out.
For what?
Mm. Mm. My patient, I think.
I see. The manner in which people react to things that they do not understand never ceases to amaze me.
Mm.
I
I
can
called
see
them
why.
names as well.
Hmm. So, the conversation you and Vietrik were having, I presume, stems from wanting to confront them.
Mm-hmm. She nods.
I do not wish to presume, but would you like me to accompany you? For moral support, if nothing else.
Hmm. Okay.
He'll nod. And he'll put his hand on her shoulder as they're walking out.
I know that you are closer to Dietrich and Ibarra than you are to me, and I respect that, but never forget that if you do need, I am always willing to offer it.
Thank you.
Of course.
She does a little bit of a smile.
He'll smile back.
Now we must go, otherwise your mother will try to have us eat twice as much as we can eat, and that is a lot.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. So, with that said, and with that out of the way, Vierdrick can now speak with Kalir about if other people are joining.
Yeah. Um. After dinner, he'd ask her, who do you want to come with you?
Mm, uh, mm, I don't.
It's just I'll come with you.
Are you asking this privately or where everyone can hear?
Ah, that is true.
He's asking a little bit. It's one of those a little to the side, but not private areas.
Redact. Never mind. My bad.
Um. No, you guys can come.
Do you want us to be there?
You.
All of us?
You see, I kind of like glancing at my Vara.
Notice that?
I mean, would you be looking at them?
No, honestly, probably not. I'm wondering if I glance it or if I see it out of the corner of my eye.
Uh, if you're focusing on your outfits, probably not. You're probably just making like the fast, not fast, last minute fixes and stuff to it. Nothing's really needing full attention, but this isn't something that would be, you just notice out of the corner of your eye you're being stared at. It's one of those more like after the fact you kind of look up like, someone staring at me? No? Okay.
Do you want her to be there?
on, just thanks for a second. Okay, yeah.
Enzadine?
Yeah.
So,
Huh?
did you want me to stay here or come with you?
Come with me, please.
Oh, his old man heart.
Please.
Yeah. He glances at Axel and he's like, and Axelrod.
Oh. He hasn't hurt me yet, so. Yes, I suppose.
He nods. Then are you ready to go?
She thinks for a second. And she looks rather uncomfortable, but she's like, yeah.
Do you need to grab anything?
I have everything with me.
Then let's gather everyone together and leave. And Beardrick will start gathering everyone together. And when everyone's together, he will, with everyone, explain that we're going to go talk. Escort Clear as we talk to some old acquaintances of hers.
Talk? Talk or talk? And he does air quotes.
As far as we can tell, just talk for now.
She'll decide when we get there.
Na 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 na. Somebody's gonna die.
Do we know who she's talking to?
I do not.
No,
Like, are they dangerous?
They're just assholes. What?
And we head out?
Yup.
Part of
Believe we
me
do.
wants to have Arcus follow me invisibly.
As
Or
one does.
The one issue with this is like, where the fuck are they?
Yeah! Just go to the old hangout. Maybe you'll find them. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, didn't Beardrick ask Clear if she knew where they were before, or was that her mom?
Might have been her mom, but you
I
didn't
think
ask
her
her again
mom.
afterwards.
I don't
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, I don't really think anyone would know.
Well, yeah, Clear wouldn't really know, but Beardrick would ask her mom again what area of town.
I mean, if it's the same people that like that she thinks they are, they'd be in like the middle class area, more towards like the taverns areas, depending on if they were still like drinking and such like that. But they might be more towards some of the lower class areas too. It's crapshoot.
Well, I guess we're just gonna go walking then and look around this general area. Beardrick will tell Collier to let them know if she recognizes any of them. Recognizes anyone, I guess. As we're walking around.
Alright. Kalir. Make a perception check.
As we're walking around the house, I'll pat Kalir on the back a little bit. Guidance.
With a d4 for guidance, yeah.
Alright. That should counteract the -2. But that's a 4. Chief.
Okay. You kind of
Well,
wander
my
around
counteract is a
aimlessly,
-2.
and as you're actually looking at everything in uh, the city, is kind of bringing back some of the old memories. The thing is, they're not like all like bad memories. There are a lot of good memories here, and you're just kind of getting a bit lost in them. When you kind of get brought out of your reprieve, you're just like, no, no, I don't see anyone yet. You guys keep walking around the city. And as you're continuing in your reprieve, you guys turn a corner with Clear kind of more in the front, and you just hear this of someone's head slamming into plate mail as someone basically turns the corner and walks right face first into Clear.
Rip.
And you can just see them just kind of like on their ass, hand on the face, just like, oh. So they lift themselves up.
Shit.
What hit me?
Huh?
Kind of look up, just like, ow, hi. Guess I should watch where I'm going. What the fuck? Ow. Sorry, ma'am. Kind of dust themselves off. Claire, you recognize this person. They don't seem to recognize you, as they just kind of say sorry and or just dust themselves off. But this is one of the people, and they look nothing like you were expecting. They have the look of someone who's like working like like the market area. A little bit. They got a little bit shoved to them. Not like full butcher's punch, but you know where you see those old butchers. You go into the thing and the butchers are just like have that bit of a beer belly with just thick ass muscles. No, they just have a bit of the belly.
Was I the one that caused the?
One of them.
Oh, so they were with the person.
Yes, they were with the group. Whether or not they were the ones who like helped do it or not, that's uncertain. But they were amongst that group when they chased you and well, your leg got fucked up.
Colette just freezes. Like you just do like, oh, sorry, mom. Like, oh, sorry, man. I should watch where I'm going. She just doesn't move, doesn't say anything.
Kind of like takes a step forward, like, oh, sorry. He almost runs into you again. Sorry, sorry. And he just kind of he doesn't really like look up. He just sees armor and he's just staring at armor. Just sorry, sorry. And he just kind of walks around you.
Are you good?
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, she just froze in place. You good? Is she silent or?
She's pretty much motionless, except she makes like a small kind of whimper.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'll take
Buddy,
it as
how's
one
it
of
been? It's been so long. And as I'm walking up to him, I'll use my ability to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay. Natural one. He looks at you and he like seems like for a second like his eyes kind of glaze over and then kind of snaps back in reality like, hey, how's it? He like kind of clasps you on the shoulder. How's it been? You still a no touch, yes touch, no touch rule?
No touch, please.
No touch.
Don't
He
touch
he
me.
takes his
Hands
hand
look
off.
filthy.
Sorry. Wipes his hand on
Yeah.
his pant leg, just like,
So, God, what was that? You remember back in the day that one orc, half orc girl? What was her name that you messed with me?
uh, you know we don't talk about that. Come on.
We
Come
won't
on, man.
talk about it. I'm trying to remember. Help me out here. Come on, man.
Kalir, I think her name was.
Yeah.
She was the
Huh?
that scary lady's daughter.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? I'm in town for just a short period of time, you know? Can you, by chance, take me to the people that helped us with this? I have some information to tell them about the download.
information.
Yes, I need. I have some
We
information
don't
that I need
stay
to tell them
together anymore.
personally.
After that, we kind
You,
of.
I know you don't stay together, but can you get them together for me?
Uh, I mean, it would take a while. I mean, some of them are like up in the higher districts now.
Do you know their addresses?
I mean, not specifically. I mean, if you go to the middle part of town, I mean, there's like five guys really.
Five. Was anyone mainly in charge of it? I forget. It's so long ago.
I mean, no shit. I mean, wait, 1, 2, 3, 5 guys. Oh yeah, were you just out on the side? I think
Hmm?
that because you would be six. You're not the fifth guy. One, two.
Yeah, I was off on the side, you know.
Oh yeah. You were you must have been one of the guys on watch. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
Enderin.
you know me. You know me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're. He seems like kind of gloss. His eyes kind of glaze over again, just like I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, you know you.
You know me. Yeah, you know me.
He
So,
is so good at bullshit that it hurts.
Well,
so
he
you
also
know.
has charmed person, so.
Yeah. I also, yeah, no, Paris has a plus 12 to deception. I am really good at bullshit. It hurts. But on the but continuing. So he's like, yeah. Who's the one that? Who's the main one again? I forget.
The one who got super drunk off his ass and said we should got us super drunk off our ass and said we should go do that.
Yeah,
Anduin.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not in the upper districts anymore. He's in the he's in the slums last I heard.
Can you take me to him for me? Because if I can get the news to him, I'm sure he could get it to the others relatively easy.
I mean, I highly doubt that. He's basically homeless and kind of eats rats.
Sounds like he's weird, but still take me to him.
Yeah, I mean, he got weirder. What after Clear left and whatnot, he got like violent.
Yeah.
Like
Take me to him. And after all, demeanor just goes straight to dead face.
He seems like take that for a second, like yeah, you're one of those serious. He's like yes. He kind of like glazes over again, just like I'm not questioning that. And he's just like yeah, no, I'm. He's just his brain just kind of short circuits for a second, just like nope, nah, not fighting that one.
I forget. This is a different day than the demonic stuff, right? This is the next day,
Yes,
right?
this is a different day.
All right, so I have all my spell slots. All right, making sure.
I thought this was after dinner.
Yeah, this is after dinner on a different day, after Virdrick talked to you.
Right.
Because Virdrick's stuff took a little bit of time as well.
Then, does he lead us?
Yeah, he leads you guys. Takes you down
After
towards the
our-
slums area.
Yeah. After that, I just looks back to you guys and shrugs. He's like, guess that works.
Looking at Kalir, how does he seem to be responding to this?
She's still just kind of frozen. Is the guy still there?
He is leading you.
Oh.
That's the guy who Axelrod charmed personed.
She's... Ooh. He is... kind of... You can see her hand. Her hands are in like kind of fists.
We're just imagining the Arthur meme, you know, where it's like fist
my
by your
God.
side.
Oh goodness.
Okay, good. It's not just me who was thinking that.
No, so she's trying to move. Her arms are kind of shaking. Kind of. It's weird. It's like trying to walk when you're completely paralyzed, or like almost.
Almost like a robotic.
if she's having a hard time moving, or can. How far up can Beard reach? Like, I don't think he can reach up to the even her lower back, like the small
Yeah,
of
you
her
can
back.
reach the small
Oh
of
no,
her
you
back.
can't.
Okay.
You can reach her
so
lower back. You
Your
can reach her
head
lower
is
back.
at the curve of her waist, essentially, is what your height is
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, then.
Yeah, she's not a Goliath.
Okay, then Beard's short. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah, but she's still like 6 something, and you're like 3'5". So you're half her size, so you'll be at her waist.
Okay, then he'll kind of try to a little bit more forceful. It's still a little bit more forceful to kind of like shove her so she catches herself kind of way. But be like, do that and be like, let's go clear.
You shove her, and she like.
Not shove, but push.
Give her like a
with
gentle push
strength.
forward.
Yeah, it's not exactly
Gentle's not the word for
Yeah.
it. Gentle's not the word for
A
it.
nudge.
It looks like. It almost looks like, for the briefest moment, like she would just fall flat on her face.
Oh lordy.
But she catches herself.
Okay, he was
Begins
depending on
walking.
that. Okay, cool.
He's sitting there like, please do not fall. Please do not fall. I cannot pick you up.
He was counting on her instincts to catch herself.
Hmm.
As you catch yourself, roll me. What would this be? Roll me just a straight wisdom check, Kalir.
Did you get the aura bonus?
This isn't safe.
Oh, got it.
As you're moving forward, it's a vague thing, but you kind of realize that your hand has moved to the club. And just kind of resting on it, and as your hand is on it, you are given a kind of a respite, kind of a feeling of a building sort of confidence that lets you more easily focus. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know that as long as your hand is on the club, it is helping you not panic, if you will.
Kalia just. This is very strange because like when Kalia realizes, she does kind of jump a bit, like kind of like her hand just goes like moves away like.
Gives the panic back a little bit. Put your hand back on. It's like, oh.
I don't know, she's just kind of confused now.
By the way, Axelrod will slow up again as we're walking more towards the slums, and you'll just pat Clear on the shoulder again, so just in case you need to cast guidance on her again.
Okay. All right.
I will actually message something to Beardrick. Which
Oh yeah?
he cast message just near the park. He's not hiding it, but he's casting message. And he, since his arcane focus is like the jewelry around his hand, he does kind of have to cover his mouth with his hand, and he just kind of says to you, if he says he's violent, this might be the quotation marks talking.
Their message you can respond back quietly?
Yeah.
Or how?
You
Yeah.
respond back
You
quietly.
can respond to this message.
You don't even. I think message is actually the one where you don't have to speak to respond. Essentially, like people can't hear you.
Well, you can speak,
Yeah.
but no one hears you. The reason why sending you can be heard is because you're saying only 25 words, but you have an infinite distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so no one else can hear him, so yeah, you just say be prepared either way.
Sorry,
He's
I had
not
to.
a bum kicking some dude's ass.
No. Just clear.
By the way, Paris.
Yes.
Otherwise, Deirdre is not looking like he's ready to jump anyone. He's actually looking very passive about all this.
But look at the other section.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not gonna tell you to let go of him or anything. But he himself seems pretty
Chill.
yeah.
Well, it's like this is partially for you. This is mostly for me.
Yeah, he's actively kind of trying to be a little bit more passive. Actively trying. He's being passive.
Okay. So you guys continue forward, trying to get your stuff through, and it doesn't take near an hour because of where you were at the time. You were actually closer to the lower end than you were expecting. But as you get there, the other guy, he looks more and more anxious as you're going into here, and like every now and then he'll like turn to Axel, like open his mouth to say something, kind of like close his mouth, just be like, yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, he's a friend. Yeah, you should be fine.
You know me.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, he he's a little bit different than he was before, and he might not see you as a friend.
Like, I love the fucking response. Always the same response of, you know me.
Buddy, listen. I know what you're gonna say. You know me, you know.
I
go way back, you know?
I know. Yeah, of course. We way back. Just
Wait.
I don't know if he'll remember you, because it took me a moment to remember you, and if it takes him a moment to remember you, he might just.
But trust me, I'm very persuasive. Like, you know me, bud. You know me.
I know you. I mean, there was. He looks like stumped for a bit, just like Yeah, I know you. I know you.
Person is regards you as a friendly acquaintance, so it's just like.
Oh no, I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know, but he's trying to like remember, like friendly acquaintance. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah, let's continue either way. But yes.
Yeah, no,
he's him on the back.
Yeah, he's still like, yeah, and then he's like,
Hilarious.
he's just like trying to remember. He's like, we did stuff together. I remember. We totally did stuff together. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
How long does charm person last anyway?
An hour.
An hour. I got this for an hour. Yeah.
But yeah, he's struggling clearly, but you're just kind of like, yeah, no, it's me, dude. It's totally me. It's totally me. It's me, dude. Come on, it's me. We're talking about me. He's like, yeah, no, yeah. But as you get closer, even with the charm person one, every now and then he kind of looks at you like, are you sure, man? We don't really have to, right?
No, we have to.
All right. Man, this is gonna suck. And eventually he leads you into a slums area as soon as you're walking into the area has a bit of a smell to it, like not a pestilence, but like this raw, kind of a raw egg smell, a bit.
Sulfurish?
Not sulfurish. No, not sulfurish. Like more of a pungent sort of smell. Like more of a
Kind of like
waste.
sewage.
Sewage would be
Clear,
better.
your bully's now the Rat King, my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And as you guys approach forward, you see you've seen a few like homeless people. Most of them are like kind of like moving around and whatnot. As you're moving into this area, you see your guide is getting a lot more anxious and nervous as you were expecting. You're kind of ignoring it for a little bit until he kind of pauses and he makes like a half retching noise as you see that there's a person just kind of sitting in one of the alleys, kind of like looking over someone. It looks like they're slowly poking him in the chest. And then they pull their hand back and like they're like making this. And then they slowly turn and look at you guys, and you can see their faces just got all this red juice on their face.
Blood
Possibly.
or red juice?
Like
Can I roll to
infection?
see if it's blood?
Nature check.
Like disease?
Right.
He's got the gout.
Tomato sauce, that's all.
You're not certain, but also make a perception check for you, actually.
No, for me. Okay. 16.
There is a scent of blood in the air. As you look at this guy, he like looks at you, and like there seems like this kind of like stare off for a moment, and he doesn't. It doesn't. It's not like he's gonna bolt sort of feeling.
Hey, buddy,
it's
you
like
can
this.
back up now, and I'll start legit pushing grab the front of the guy's chest and start pushing him back a little bit.
Mhm.
Just.
Yeah, the guy's like, yeah, please, yeah. He kind of like just kind of backs up because he looks
Is
like
that him?
full uncomfortable. He's like, that was him, but he's, oh God, what has he done to himself? And when
I'm
he
looking
opens
at
his mouth to smile,
Claire.
he's got like rotted looking teeth. Like he does not look well. He looks something awful.
I will whisper to Virdrick.
So you know how you do that thing where you know there are things around of a specific nature? Perhaps not a bad idea to do that right now.
Yeah, he nods and
oh, yeah. As you're getting ready to do that, by the way, you can see that some of the ground around his hand that he places against the ground, it looks like mold is starting to grow. And as he's just kind of, again, he just kind of look, his hand seems to slip down into it, and then he pulls himself back up. And as he's lifting himself up, you can see he is drawing a weapon from out of this mold.
Nice.
Nice. Axelrod, can I do something here, or do we have to roll initiative? At this
Rolling
point?
initiative now.
All right. Okay.
Because he
just
definitely
target
sees you. I will
just
say that you
target
can
the-
use Divine Sense before he does this. So it's not like you have to spend a turn doing it. This person's not anything that pings your Divine Sense. So he is still
there,
a living creature.
Is there a map or no?
No. He's going to be trying to be in the middle of you guys.
Ooh, gross.
What question, Guru? What's the tallest building? What's the shortest building next to us?
Shortest building is 2 stories.
So how tall?
About 20 feet.
Like feet wise.
To the roof, actually closer to 25 feet roof-wise.
All right.
Initiative. I can't select my token, so
What?
I'm on my Cintiq. I can't.
That
select
was
Oh,
the
you're on your
best
Cintiq.
noise
You
I've
mentioned that
ever
earlier.
heard
I thought you had moved back by now. Why does it
Oh,
always, whenever you right-click it, it always is like, oh, let's make all this stuff go up? Like, what if I'm not able to select the stuff up?
She
Come on,
ain't
roll
home.
20.
She on vacation. That's why she got the Cincy.
I know.
vacation.
Why? It's not ready. What?
She sees this man and she's like, I'm gonna kill him.
Okay, so here's I'm actually Kalir's like, okay, well, I really don't like this guy. He starts pulling out a weapon. Oh shit.
Yeah. Not expecting that.
Jesus. Currently, I'm fucking ready.
This can be one of the few times I don't fight with Bright Eyes with me.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm just assuming
Yeah,
that
that-
it's on my turn as you.
There you what? Oh, black.
Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, is that everyone?
Nah, I gotta roll on.
Also, Paris, what's your dex? Score? Paris?
Barris.
Woman playing Nivara. The artist formerly known as Paris.
She must have been called by her mom.
Probably.
Bad timing on that one.
I think it's 16 or 17, probably.
It's it's at least
Oh, there it is.
16 because I have the same dex score as she does.
Magnificent.
Oh Christ, who's at the front of the party right now?
Oh,
Okay, cool. So Andolin's gonna go first.
oh my God! Why is this man so dexy?
And I will wait for Paris to get back before we get into this so you two can decide who goes when. And also, that is a good question. Who's at the front of the party?
That's definitely not
Would it
Kalia.
be? Would it be? Sure,
it-
me, because I
I'm
pushed the guy
pretty
back
sure
a little bit.
Axel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Kalir behind him, I guess.
Okay, good. Paris, you're back. Paris, would you want to go before Zadim or after Zadim?
Why? Why is this a question?
Because
Because you both rolled a 22.
Oh, go for it. Go ahead.
All right.
Okay, so Andolin goes first. And
This
he's
bitch has fucking 18 decks or higher.
at least.
Jesus Christ.
And as he's running forward, he has drawn a scimitar out of the mold.
What the fuck?
Okay, mold as in like icky stuff, or mold as in like casting, like
Icky stuff.
like making a weapon.
Like
Okay.
the
We're
weapon.
talking like RE7 mold, aren't we?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. And like the blade looks like it's like a hardened two pieces of fungi that have been stuck together to make an edge, and the back of it looks like it's like kind of RE7 pulsating. Gross weapon to hold.
Don't touch me.
He's gonna touch.
He's going to run. Who would be behind Axel?
Honestly, my thought would be to probably.
I'll be behind Axel.
Okay. All right. He is going as he moves forward. You see his hand just seems to like have this dripping ichor kind of dripping off of it as he throws his hand forward, and it seems to like leap off of the blade and slap onto Zadim as he hexes you.
I hate it.
And he's going
Yeah,
to.
sure. No,
Hmm?
he doesn't.
Nope.
What level are you casting it at?
I'll cast it at. Let's see. Do I even need my 4th level for this? I don't. 4th level, sure.
4th level?
Yeah.
Okay. What level are you guys? You guys are level 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this guy is. Okay, I need you to make a.
Charisma check.
Yeah.
Please. Nope. Not.
So you spend it, and you watch as you try and cut into it, and the spell just slaps onto Zadim.
All right.
And he's going to make an attack first at you, Axel.
Mhm.
19 to hit.
Ugh.
6 points of slashing damage to Axel.
All right.
And then he's going to swing at Zadim. He's going to miss with that one.
Nice. I appreciate this.
All right. And that brings it to Zadim's turn.
All right. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and then I will. I don't really feel like disengaging. He's right there. Whatever. I will shoot at him. I'll try and like. Oh, it's a shame I can't do things like that. I probably have to take like martial adepts or something. I'll shoot him in the hand because why not? I'll shoot him in the same hand that he just hexed me with.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
Okay.
I love whenever you said that, and then my phone immediately got a notification.
Zing.
Bad timing.
Da 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 da. Bah.
Freaking coward of a dino. I'm gonna freaking knock you out. Come here.
What?
I don't know.
I'm getting very upset because this dinosaur is not easy to knock out.
Ooh.
Just bash his brains in.
21 will hit.
Just runs fast.
Alright.
It's sad how Kalir rolled in that 20 and still is going 4th in the initiative order. Gotta say.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Sorry.
Kalir.
feels bad, man.
Paris always complaining about her initiative finally gets good initiative.
Man, I don't get too bad in initiative in Navarre. It's Meg who is infamous for that shit.
Good lord. That's not terrible.
27 points of damage. Okay.
Damn.
Looked in that man's eyes and fired an arrow.
Yep.
Oh, you said you shot it through his hand, so he just kind of like looks at it, just like, huh, been impaled.
I don't think that's going to impact his casting ability, but whatever.
Yeah, it went right
Rolls
through his
a five.
hand.
Ew. Feels bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just tell that guy to hide around the corner, by the way?
Oh yeah, he's sprinting.
Don't run off too far.
Ah!
That was the single most pathetic noise I've ever heard.
Okay. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Let's see, that's my action, that's my bonus action. If I move, he's gonna take another attack at me, that's good.
Naivara.
Oh, this is gross. This actually, does this look like fucking black shit that we keep running into?
No.
Something new.
I'm aware.
This could be bad. Could be a bad idea. Not do that on me.
Well, it doesn't look exactly like it. This looks a lot more focused fungal. The black stuff has had more of a variety of different feels to it, from fungal to kind of slimy looking.
I'm trying to figure out what spells I have that aren't exactly warlock spells, only... Ugh. 1 second, I have an idea.
I don't think this guy cares too much.
I know he doesn't care, but if there's a passerby, then I have a problem.
Paris, you were
Get away.
fighting an actual murder hobo.
True.
I was waiting for someone to notice that.
How big is the area that we're in?
I mean, you're fighting him at the mouth of a alleyway in the lower district.
Oh, it's a bad idea! I'll cast Sickening Radiance behind him so it encompasses him, but not Axelor fucking...
That's not gonna happen.
Actually impossible. He's
Yeah,
actually
he got himself into the middle of the
Oh, I thought... Oh, well then fuck me. Well, fuck it, Cloud of Daggers.
on
That
top
won't
of
hit
him.
you, it'll hit him.
Someone grapple him. Someone grapple him. Someone grapple him. Someone grapple him.
The excitement in his face! Oh, that's what he said. Oh, goodness. Wow!
Okay. So he's in a cloud of daggers.
I rolled below average.
All right. Kalir.
Does this look at all like the person who like was like with like with the like?
Looking at this person, yes, but it looks like this person who had once been the person who, like, this looks like the guy who specifically broke your leg and wounded it, but there's something manic about them. Like, over the time that you've been becoming this, powerful artificer, they seem to have almost wasted away into this thing. You're not even sure if they're even fully human anymore, but they're crazy-eyed, missing a few teeth.
Dude, Zugtamoy's a bitch. What can I say?
I can't even with you.
Just gonna. Okay, right.
Yeah.
She.
Wait, being fair. Plus like 2 or 3.
I think it's like 3 right now.
3. So 11. Because you're next to
11.
Virdrick.
Well, Kalia looks at Theodric and she feels a slight inspiration.
Oh.
And will walk up to this person very hesitantly. Her leg is like her leg is in a lot of pain. And Theodric and anyone who's, I guess, behind Kalia would see that she's beginning to limp.
I heard a bitch.
But yeah, she will walk towards, and she will attempt to power fist strike. But she's not going to use the special. She's just doing her regular.
You try to swing in for a moment. You just see that face, and you're just like, you hesitate on the first strike, and you just kind of lock up for a second. You have your extra attack.
She like when she misses, she kind of falls back on her left leg a bit, and attempts to do an uppercut.
That will hit.
The most unenthusiastic Shoryuken I've ever heard in my life.
Shoryuken!
No, but she's sad.
Yeah.
As you hit him, he seems to like kind of snap out, look at you. He gets like this look in his face, like, I know you, and then he disappears.
Body or like mentally? He
Physically.
Just oh!
He just disappears after he says that.
The fuck? I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say there's not a chance in hell that I can identify what the hell he just did.
On your turn.
Oh fuck!
Currently just like panicking right now. She's looking around, looking kind of paranoid.
Okay.
So that's everyone.
So that's your turn. What does Arcus do in Paris?
Arcus is now confused. Arcus was supposed to bite someone. He hasn't even become invisible yet, and now this motherfucker has vanished. So he will try and see if he can detect someone with smell.
Roll
because
perception.
this man probably fucking stinks anyway.
Well, the whole place kind of stinks.
Holy shit. 23.
They did not go that far. They are still around you guys. He knows that much. But specific smell, it's kind of hard to pinpoint just because of how raw the smell is. Just how rank is what they meant to say.
That's fair.
Alright. Axelrod.
I didn't need him to do my action anyway. I will look at the party and I'll kind of go into more the middle of them and go, let's survive this, shall we? And I will cast Beacon of Hope on everybody in the party. You have advantage on wisdom and death saves, and any healing you get is max.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Hmm.
Virdrick will be next up, unless you have something you want to do.
Even if you cast an item, you can't. Even if you use an item to cast a spell, you can't cast 2 spells in a turn, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Then yeah, all good.
Virdrick?
Yeah, just any thing I have lies on sight.
You can hold your action.
Yeah, but we don't want them getting away. When you say we're in an alley, well, they were in
You're
the middle
you're
of
at the
the
mouth of
center?
the alley. You're not in the alley.
Also,
Oh, okay. So he would have to get past us in order to get out.
I mean, usually, yeah, but you didn't feel him brush past you or anything. He just disappeared.
Okay.
the guy seemed feral, right?
Yes.
So yeah, a feral creature is not usually one to run from a fight. They just want blood. They want the thing they want dead. When you're feral, it's hard to think,
Escape.
no, yeah, it's more.
But he also had a moment of clarity, not clairvoyance.
Yeah. Yeah. Could I? Well, this might be weird, but could I just have Black focus on making sure nothing gets out of the alley behind us?
Block it with his body.
Oh,
More or less.
Wait, you know what you could do, technically? You could use Black Buck's action to hold his turn to dash, and your action to hold your turn to attack to when Black Buck gets near a creature. So if he reappears like 30 feet away from you, Black Buck can use his reaction to move towards him, and you can use your reaction to hit him.
Possibly, but that's not quite how he's thinking, I think.
That's fair.
Alright, just give it
I will have Black Buck kind of, I guess, hold his own action, I guess? I don't know, to make sure nothing gets past us. If anything brushes that he can't see gets past us, he has free reign to charge it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hold my action, for whenever, I don't know, there's a sign of where he is. Like if he attacks someone or anyone notices anything.
Okay.
To do what? You hold your action to do what?
Let me check. I think attack action? Yeah, attack action. Holding an attack action. Kind of.
If you can hit him, essentially.
It's an ability thing, but
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. So that brings it back to his turn. He is going to reappear right behind Kalir. So he's out in the walkway now, but he's behind Kalir.
Okay. Let me know whenever I can reactionary do anything.
Were you looking for him in the mouth of the alley to try and, attack him there?
No,
Or
I was having.
just making
I
sure.
was actually looking specifically around Clear.
Okay, so yeah, you can go ahead and swing.
Instead, I know I said attack action, but with this long sword, it says with an attack action, you can forego it and do something else. That's what I meant to do. Is that okay?
Doing what?
You can forego one attack action to have an ally attack instead, which would be Clear in this case.
I don't know if that would work since it's a reaction.
no, but she held an attack action, so technically,
I'll allow it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
Being fair, you kind of should have declared.
Yeah,
that.
you should have said that beforehand, just because that would have
Make
made
it
more
more clear.
sense for you to have
A quick
voiced
question.
that.
Yeah.
Is it only like a once per day thing, or can you just do it however many times you want?
It's one charge, and I think I have 3 charges on that sword.
Yeah, if it's a charge or a spell slot use, you usually have to declare it because if it doesn't happen, it gets used.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I see what.
Yeah.
You mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's what I meant. I'll be more clear next time about what
Please.
exactly I'm doing.
Please and
Okay.
thank you.
I will attack.
Yeah. Yeah, Verdrick will probably
That'll hit
stay
him.
behind
So
you
you whip
for
around
sure.
and you hit him right in the face. Yep. 9 points of damage. Good.
The damage.
All right. And they take and they look like they're getting pretty well fucked up. You guys have a lot of attacks that you do one attack and you do a whole lot of damage to them. But they are they are still going into attack. First attack will miss. Second attack is a 19.
To me.
Yes.
Yes.
Hits. Cool. Alright. That is 6 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make me a con save.
Alright. Question, I can't recall, but Tara, did you say you did the inspiring leader thing every morning?
He would not have been doing it while we're there since.
Okay.
He didn't figure we were getting into a fight.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Conzo.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah, you're
an
fine.
action. Okay.
Nice.
My Discord froze. Oh no!
We were trying to end our little crew. I
Alright.
think it's Paris. Only Paris's Discord who froze.
Oh no.
I don't know. Yeah, I think something's going on with Paris. We got a girl high on bath salts over there, boys.
No.
Oh, panicking in the back.
Zadim, what are you doing?
That a while.
I'm alive!
I'll
Okay,
take.
sure.
Can't really do that. I'll take another shot, sharpshooter at him. Really quick.
Yeah.
I'm right next to him. What kind of armor is this guy wearing, if any?
What armor?
All right, cool.
He looks like hobo clothes.
He's naked.
God,
No!
it's not naked.
Please
Right-
don't.
Right there.
Oh God, he's high.
Get naked.
Turn order isn't going, by the way. Guru?
Hmm?
The turn order.
Yeah, I said it's Zadim's turn, and he said he was going to sharpshooter. So
No,
Oh.
he said you aren't moving the turn order. Like you aren't pressing the next button on it is what you were saying, I think.
Yeah.
What?
Just in case you're.
no, I was keeping track of it in my head.
Okay.
Oh.
Zadim.
I clicked it. I'm sorry. I got a lot of things open right now. Oh, there we go.
19 will hit. You're also rolling really good on your rolls to hit too.
I am. Yeah, it's
Really
great
is.
when I roll hot when I use sharpshooter against a man who has no armor.
Is it doing the loading thing again?
It's loading. Yeah.
Ding, damage is loading, damage is loading. Well, here it comes.
Oh shit.
Wow!
Like I said, you guys do a lot of damage when you guys get your hits off.
Which is pretty much all the
So
time.
that's 31 points of damage.
You
Nice.
say this. Don't say this. I've seen a horrible, horrible encounter where only one person was able to get shots in out of a party of six. Don't text this.
Naivara.
Okay, so Richard has classified this motherfucker as still human, air quote. So this might fail, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Whole person.
Okay. What's your DC?
16.
For the time being, he is held.
God.
Hold him like a baby.
No! He's gooey!
I wouldn't hold him with a 10-foot pole.
39 and a half.
Well, that brings us to Kalir.
Uh,
Yeah, he's not gooey. He's still very, fleshy and human-y. It's his
Wait,
sword
you
that's
held
gooey.
person. That means that melee attacks are a crit, right?
Yes.
Yep.
As long as they hit.
But
Oh,
she chooses
Paris,
to
you
hit.
gonna make me fuck around and do something nasty.
I mean,
Kalia is still very much afraid. And she's going to she's gonna hit again.
Mm-hmm.
S advantage, is it?
Advantage and auto crit while within 5 feet.
Okay, I will change the crit range to 1 then.
That'll hit. Okay. That will miss.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, it's the 15-15. It's making me giggle.
I expect nothing less than a difficult fight.
Alright, Arcus.
I mean, he's already stunned. Yum. Oh, wait.
Advantage.
16 miss?
16 misses.
Arcus looking at me. I thought you paralyzed him. What the fuck?
So
I
much.
thought you loved me, Mum.
Guru, my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's fuck around and do some wild shit. I'm casting Inflict Wounds at 4th level.
Okay.
Christ! Oh, I
Good.
mean, it won't crit.
Yes, it will. It's a melee attack, Paris. It
Oh!
most certainly crits. So, alright. Fuck, okay. So it's at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Confused.
23.
That'll hit.
Okay. Casting at level 4th. So just double this damage, okay, Guru? So 29, 58 points of damage. As Axelrod just swipes this guy with his kind of the bit that comes to a claw on his jewelry.
Yeah. So you
One
slap
thing.
it into him, slash across this. You just watch his entire face just starts becoming black. And he seems to try to say something, but because of the paralysis, he's unable to speak because that's how that works. As his eyes roll up and he falls back and he is dead.
Well,
You
dead or
over-
unconscious?
Dead.
Wait, that's enough to kill him outright?
You did a little bit more than what he had left, yeah. Just by about, what'd you get, 48 point? No, 58.
Hey,
So,
what
yeah,
health left?
he had
Oh,
2
you're
points
gonna
of
be
health
doing that.
left.
Oh, fuck, I fucked that motherfucker up. Jesus. Ooh. Axelrod looks a bit disgusted. You think he's gonna come back? Just looking down at him.
If he does, he's not going to be too happy. So let us hope he does not.
I look to Kalir. How's she looking?
Yeah.
She's still looking very afraid of the corpse.
Yeah, fuck. Guru, I'm gonna start looking at him, like looking through his shit.
Okay. First thing you notice is that the moldy-looking sword, the mold is beginning to very, very quickly dry out and seems to like cake away, revealing that there is a sword underneath it. Just a regular scimitar, as far as you can tell.
Can I try and grab some of it before it fully goes away? Like, put it in a vial.
Sure, you try and grab it. It is going to just become like a powdery mist that just kind of disappears between your fingers. It's magical in some sense, the way this is disappearing.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I know what this might be?
Yes.
Oh, word?
15. Not great, but not awful.
Her
Drew, can I
specifically.
do it too?
Her specifically for this one.
Okay.
Actually, no, you can as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it. Oh, 20, 12, sorry, not
Yeah,
23.
12.
I saw the benefit.
12, you've heard of stuff like this, but you've never seen it before, so you're not sure if that is. You're kind of like, yeah, I'll think about it and see if I remember right. Paris, you have heard of this before. This phenomenon that is known as what happened. It was described to you by Auntie. That when a person who holds a Pact of the Blade dies, any special ways that a patron might spruce up a weapon fade away and leave just the weapon behind.
Drops the vial that she was gonna fucking put this in.
Also, with that Arcana check, you also kind of start having the wheels turn in your mind. When he disappeared, that's something you can do.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna pick up the weapon and, like, start looking at it.
Mm-hmm. As far as you can see, it seems to be a regular scimitar. But you can do an Arcana check, not an Arcana check, identify or Arcana check as you wish.
I'm gonna look at it over time, like through the night. Girl, I'll mess with it. Yeah.
Is there a single chance this? Okay, so this is a really fucking big ass chance, and the most likely gonna be no. But is there a chance you can tell if a spell is more innate or if it's, them actually casting a spell?
What do you mean?
Yes. Can I tell if he just did it or if he cast the spell himself, like he used?
It's not a spell, Paris.
The ability to teleport and whatnot, that's an ability.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
Because
so
the abilities
awesome.
don't require verbal
Yeah, because he just disappeared and then reappeared after
if it
he
just
got
happens,
hit.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking, because it basically says you Misty Step, and I know Misty Step's a spell.
Oh yeah, no, this was not Misty. This is not.
No,
This is.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the Misty Escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Fey Warlock, Paris.
No, I get that,
has
but
ability.
again, I had to make sure that it wasn't just a spell that was happening.
That's fine.
So, she kind of looks at the weapon. You're not going to get much out of that.
Okay. So then look at it.
Any magic that was in that weapon is gone.
Okay. Still
No, like if there's like special magic to it, like if it was like a +1 weapon or anything like that, it would still be that.
Oh, okay, that's what he's looking for. Okay.
But any special, like sprucing it up, making it look more aesthetically pleasing by the patron standards.
Yeah. I'll just put it in the bag and see if like this. Can I identify the smell of blood, girl?
There's a person in the alleyway that you can follow the scent to, who looks like parts of their insides have been picked at. Specifically, like more edible parts, you would presume, like liver and flesh, but it's gross either way.
Is there wine nearby? Because I'm looking for some Chianti.
No wine nearby.
Okay. Alright. So
Nothing that
let's
isn't
go
just
back.
straight vinegar.
Yeah. I'll walk back to the party and just be like, what the fuck?
Navarre's wringing her hands a little bit nervously.
Were you wanting to look this guy over for what he had?
Yeah, that's it.
What? What, man?
I was just gonna say not exactly what I was expecting either.
Can we just head back somewhere where we can discuss this privately, because I do not feel comfortable saying any of what I just realized in an alleyway in a place that does not like.
I'm just grab the rest that's on him real quick. I'm just going through his pockets and everything. Going through my pockets.
Looking at Kalir, is she just staring at the body frozen or what?
But did the body just? Oh no, the disappearing was before, right?
Yeah. He disappeared and then he reappeared and he stabbed you. Once. Well, more
And the
slashed
mold
at you.
The mold on the sword vanished as well.
She's still staring.
He's not getting up or anything. He's just
Does he look?
black veined and very dead.
Does he look like he had an arcane focus on him?
No. You look him over, no arcane focus. Most that he seems to have that seems out of place is that he seems to have. He's like when you like check his shoes and whatnot, you hear a faint jingling sound, and when you turn the boot over, apparently he was just stuffing gold coins into his boots as a form of a purse. But he only has maybe like 20 gold pieces, which for someone of his position is quite a bit,
That's enough to live at a hotel for like a year or two.
give or take. He's wearing an iron ring. Um, and one of his teeth appears to be more of a nail than an actual tooth.
I'll yoink anything that looks weird, even the tooth. I'm legit gonna look at this shit tonight. Just try to find something, if anything, through spending time with it. So the ring, and fuck it, I'll pull a tooth. I'm not scared to. Axel Roger will get his hands a little dirty.
So yeah, you get an iron ring, uh, 20 gold pieces, and a nail tooth.
Alright.
I think we just would go up to Clear since she's just frozen, right? And kind of look at her and be like, "You're not hurting anyone anymore, Clear."
She relaxes. She kind of she's just kind of like forced her knees a bit. Like you can kind of see her left leg kind of just giving out.
Axel will look up. I agree with Navar, though. We should probably leave, shouldn't we?
We are standing in an alleyway with two dead people, one of
Oh,
which we are
while
responsible.
Guru, while Beacon of Hope is up, I'm putting a second level healing word into just get 13 HP back clear.
Gotcha.
Berserk will look at Clear and ask, "Can you move?"
My leg hurts. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Nods.
While yeah, fuck it. I really don't like this thing. I'll take like his clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has a jacket, I'm guessing, right?
More of a poncho look, like a very old, very color faded cloak.
I'll use Firebolt to try to set it alight.
Okay.
Like, I want this guy. I want little remain of this thing,
Mm-hmm.
if possible. And I'll try to make sure it won't be able to spread to like a building or some shit. Like put it in an area where it wouldn't.
Okay.
I just get rid of the corruption where it is,
Yeah.
even if it's mostly gone.
Yeah. A lot of the other like homeless people who are kind of in the area are basically you've seen that they kind of like saw you cast magic, and then you see them all like kind of just do this shift where they're like, we're not looking at this. We ain't having no part of this.
Yeah, we're not involved. I see nothing.
Homeless people don't get into shit usually. So yeah, I don't pay much money. I actually do. The 20 gold I got, he would look at one of them or look at them,
Mhm.
place it on the ground, nod, and walk back towards the group.
Just one of them, or
he'll look towards any of them and like all of the ones around, put the gold that he had on the ground, and just nod and walk away.
Okay. So just put it next to one of them.
I put it on the ground next to the burning fuck.
Ah.
Basically, as they're looking at me like, you can get this if you want, and he's just walking away.
Okay. So you place the 20 gold on the ground. You see a few of them like looking, they're just like shifting around, just like. But none of them move towards it because, well, one, you're still in the area and have no idea what's going on. They're like, maybe it's a trap.
Yeah. I'll give guidance to Kalir again. Just for, I don't know, maybe it makes her feel a little something. I don't know how guidance works out of role.
He's trying to be a good friend, dang it.
Once the body's pretty much all but burnt to a crisp, Virdrick will look at the others, probably pointedly at Nivara, and be like, "We'll meet you back up at the house."
Is that a good idea? Just spoil it right now.
He's looking at Nivara mainly.
What?
He said this, that we'll meet you guys back up at the house.
No, I'm saying, like, in character, she's saying what? Like, she doesn't understand why you're staring at her. She ain't in the right set of mind right now. You're gonna have to be Deirdre.
You three walk back ahead of us. There's really nothing dangerous around these houses.
Come on. We'll be able to help her back, and besides, the smaller group will actually make us look less conspicuous. They're all gonna like head to the entrance to the alleyway, wait for the Deeb and Axel.
Zadim will walk up towards the mouth of the alley. As he passes Clear, he will put a hand on her shoulder and nod.
Did Virdrick didn't get hit, right?
No.
No.
No. Yeah, he's fucking funny.
But only wanted Claire, from what I can tell.
I'll give Zadim a healing word as well.
Did I get hit?
You did, I thought. Because you had Hex on you, didn't you?
I got hexed, but he tried to hit me. I don't think he actually
Oh,
he missed.
connected.
Ah, he hit me. I was healing myself then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
The only one of them fucking Kalia that got hit.
That man got fucking fucked up very quickly.
Is Kalia still damaged this year, or no? Is she back to full?
Nah, she's full now. She only took 6 damage.
Oh, the mine did more than enough. Alright, yeah, he's gonna heal himself. Brush himself off, kinda. And yeah, we'll start walking.
Well, once they're gone. Oh.
He's not walking too far, probably. Like, are you guys following, or are you just staying there for a while?
For a second.
Okay, so he's gonna try to stay within 120 feet of you, Beardrick, and basically he's gonna keep casting message but not say anything. Basically, if anything goes wrong, you can reply to the message. You know what I mean? Like,
he'd probably, if he
it's like
notices, then he's probably gonna tell you to go meet back at the house.
I don't think you're gonna notice that.
I don't know either, but
Stefan.
I mean, he already gave the orders. He already said
Just
it.
because you give orders doesn't mean people follow.
I know. Of course he's gonna snap because of it. But once they are away, he's gonna look back at Kalir. And is she still looking pretty frozen?
Not frozen. She seems a bit tense. She's slowly relaxing.
Then I think after a few seconds, then he's just gonna be like, he's just a pile of ashes now. He'll glance at her leg and also be like, your leg still hurt?
Feels numb now.
He kind of nods.
A bit achy.
It'll go away more over time. He'll kind of walk in front of Kalia. And you said she's still on the ground, right?
Yeah, she's on her knees.
He'll at first put like a hand on her shoulder, to kind of get her attention. She look up.
Yeah.
He'll say, "Proud of you, Kalia." And he'll hug her.
Yeah.
He's been holding back. He wanted to not do this until after she done it.
Oh shit.
I imagine it's the most uncomfortable and awkward fucking hug anyone could ever fucking receive. Just
At this time, he's not really holding back, so it's not.
no, I
super
mean, I
awkward.
just don't imagine he's a good hugger.
I mean, it's a good.
He's had practice with Am.
It's also metal on metal.
That's
it's
fine.
True. It's not.
So many things.
It's not the best, but it's the meaning behind it. Shut up, Butters.
I think they're both used to it.
Yeah.
Right.
They're both used to the awkward feeling of it.
No, the hug.
Oh, yeah.
The metal on metal.
Oh, yeah, no, they're very used to that.
Kalia will hug back, and she, you begin to hear some tears.
Not crying, but you hear the tears.
Drop. No.
Oh, look, it's raining.
You hear her crying.
Yeah. He'll just hold her as long as she needs.
And then after a few minutes, she'll stop crying, and she kind of goes away from the hug and just kind of it's very odd. She goes from looking like she's sad, and over the course of maybe half a minute or something, just turns into anger. Just, kind of slams her fist into the ground next to the
Remains.
burnt body, and she's just like, why did you do this? Why?
I'm not sure Beardrick would really say anything. I mean, who knows? He himself is not aware that he was a warlock or anything, so he can't say that. He's just gonna kind of silently stay there with you, but he's not gonna be providing any answers.
Yeah.
I mean, he
She's
doesn't
more
have
just
any
kind of
answers.
asking the universe, really.
And that's kind of also how he feels about it. So.
Yeah. After a while, Khalil will. She'll stand up shakily and he'll nod to Vidric. She will.
And then she's ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll definitely kind of look around and be like, let's get out of here. This place is gross!
Just those people.
I mean, not that, but...
I know.
It's the smell of burnt flesh.
Axel will actually start moving once he sees them leave the thing. He was far away. He's 120 feet away, but he'll start actually like heading out once.
He's
he sees
basically
you
a
actually
dot
leave
in the
alley.
distance.
Yeah.
A caped crusader.
No keeps.
Only crusader.
Back real quick.
Yeah, I guess they're just gonna go back to Clear's place then. And since it's Navarro that wants to talk to us about things, we'll wait, I guess.
Perfect timing.
Back because
If you need to use the restroom or do anything like that, do it while Paris is gone.
Axel, by the way, when he gets there, is gonna head to his room, put all the shit he just found on the, and start going at it.
Trying to figure out what's all magical and what's
Also,
not.
before we start, what do we do with this guy that's just following me? Who just started
No,
following
as soon as
us?
you like sent him off and whatnot, like you can do with
left.
him as you want, because he's gonna eventually realize it was magic.
Yeah. I would, yeah, because I feel like, yeah. So what are we gonna do with that fuck? Like, do we just let him go? What happens now? What do we do with him?
I will think about
I don't-
that next time on Blue.
Are you
That's
asking that
probably-
shady character?
Yeah, kinda, probably would have. Like, what do we do with this fuck?
Probably to Zdeem or Navarro.
Yeah, sure.
We have gotten out of him what we needed. You could just send him off.
Welcome back.
Who is going to
Oh.
believe a man basically pulled a sword out of a pile of mold in an alleyway, and then said sword proceeded to essentially turn back into a regular sword, and the mold disappeared?
You
Yeah,
could disable the
just-
sword if we're trying to finish it.
Wait a minute. I just flick the fuck in the forehead to
Yeah.
deal like a point of damage to him, and just go get the fuck out of it.
Uh,
Just break him out of it. Get the fuck out.
He still fails, but he will be like, yeah, sure.
He
Jeez.
still fails. This
No,
poor
if I do damage to him, he's uncharmed.
Oh.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
He's
more like
no
you
longer charmed.
give him a kind of a half sock.
I like how Guru still gave him a chance and he still failed.
Right.
Go. Shoot.
Yep. Yeah, he will run off. He looks very confused. He knows you've done magic to him, and he's just like, I don't need to deal with him. Nope. Yeah, he's more afraid of you than he is angry.
Yeah.
It's the realization of, oh, I was charmed. Oh, he can charm me. I'm going to leave.
Axel just pushes up his glasses and readjusts them a bit and continues walking.
But
Paris,
yes.
as soon as you fucking held person, I'm like, I do have inflict wounds. Ooh, fuck.
Use vampiric touch and inflict wounds for some reason on which is like an attack and which is fucking, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, inflict wounds can crit. That's why I love inflict wounds.
So can vampiric touch.
I think it can too, yeah, because that's also
Because
attack.
it's a melee spell attack.
Yeah.
The tummy growls, hungers.
Yeah, the only
Okay.
thing is vampiric touch is a bit less damage, but I think you technically regain more HP.
I mean,
Yeah, you regain
yeah,
health.
you don't gain any HP from inflict wounds.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fucking damage. But, yeah.
Legit, just completely nervous. He does not look okay.
She? What? Who? Her?
Nightmare, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about why you're nervous, or?
I promise I will discuss it once we get back to the house where people can
This
hear
is
us.
once we're back at the house.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because I've
okay.
already. Yeah,
So, wait, is Friedrich and Claire with us? Or is it
I
just
would've
us for the moment?
probably waited to ask until they were actually here to
Yeah.
see.
So,
I
she
guess
kind
when
of,
everyone gets back, yeah.
she kind of is pacing back and forth like she's trying, it looks like she's trying to collect her thoughts. Okay, so from what I can understand, first of all, obviously he knows fucking magic, he's summoned a fucking sword. However, the thing that is currently confusing and irking me is, first of all, that was magic similar to, well, I say similar, but it's basically like a birch and an oak branch are from different trees, but they're both still branches of trees. That's what it essentially fucking is.
What?
He was a type of wolf.
Oh, okay. Could have just said that. But yes, I get you. I enjoyed the flavor.
And he was also a warlock that has made a pact with Fae, same as I have. What the hell is he doing here?
Off.
As far as I know, this is not the rabidness of that is not something that I would suspect. Maybe
Are you asking what he was doing here, or what the Fae was doing here?
both.
Well, the guy, this is just where he's from, right?
Yep.
But why would he stay? Is what I'm saying.
Why would
He knows he would, because he would be in danger. He was the one who did the exact same thing to Kalir because of.
I'm sorry to say, I don't think he fucking knew what danger was in the state he was in.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. He should not have been rabid like that.
Unless, well, there could be conditions to your pact, right? Your pact, right?
Certain ones, but I haven't exactly. Okay, so Don, forgive me if this might seem. I don't know exactly how out of character this is. If it is seem out of character, stop me.
Mm-hmm.
From what I can tell generally about the Fae, it's yes, there are some certain conditions. Most of those conditions, however, would not end this way.
I want to say
Unless
that you have that assumption.
Okay.
You can have that assumption, but you have no way to confirm and be able to verify that.
Okay. It shouldn't end that way.
Fae just seemed chaotic as fuck to me. I mean, saying the Fae have rules, I feel like, is innately like ass backwards. Because, right? Because Fae in general are like the opposite of, you know, law.
There are certain unspoken rules, but it's more for patrons than actual Fae. You don't touch another person's path bearer.
This seems a bit like not one of the. If this is a Fae that did this, this seems like a Fae that has some malicious intent or evil intent. One of the two.
I'm figuring. I still need to figure out what made him turn fucking rabid like that, though. He would still. You need to think to cause chaos in occasion.
That's why I'm going to try to look at these things, you know? And he gestures to his room where he already put the items. I'm gonna look them over and see if anything is weird about them or if they give anything, you know, any inclination.
So, you made a bad pact.
Quick question, out of character. Has anybody in character ever talked about what happens when a pact goes wrong? When it gets severed?
No, as far as I know. You know that they can get severed, but you don't.
So you mentioned that possibility, though.
Yes.
That it can happen.
Yes.
Okay. In character.
I don't think we don't know if we've ever seen it.
Right.
We haven't
so,
seen it, but it's been mentioned. Like she has mentioned, yes, this can happen.
Okay. In character, I would say,
What about if he was no longer under the obligations of a pact?
Well, it looks like his item was influenced by a pact, and if it was severed, I feel like that influence of the weapon would no longer be there, right?
Could be residual.
Would would I know if like you would still keep certain abilities even if the pack is busted in one way or another?
Roll an Arcana check.
Because it sounds like he didn't keep several abilities; he kept
20.
all of them by the look of it. Like, he was
Um,
still casting.
for someone like this, if they had severed their pact, they should have had none of the abilities the way they were being done, because if you sever it, you still would be able to call upon like the magic, like the pact magic, but like summoning a weapon and stuff would be more mundane looking because it wouldn't have, again, that tie to the patron. This looked like someone who was still very much in contact with their patron.
She kind of shakes her head.
Hello?
He.
Hello?
Hello?
Are we all here? Or...
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
She kind of just shakes her head. No. He did too much to not have a connection.
So he made a pact with the bad fae.
Potentially? Either that, or he was hoping to use the Fae's abilities to do a bit of insanity himself.
I mean, you drink yourself to the bottom of a bottle every day, and giving up total control of your body if that's what happened. I mean, if you have nothing to live for, it doesn't seem too bad now, does it?
I think that's a matter of perspective.
So he made a pact with a bad fae, and it drove him mad.
Again, that's one option.
Is there a reason we should be concerned about this?
Because it means that the Fae have connections here. And a Fae can have multiple pact bearers. If there's a bad Fae that, and they have more than one pact bearer, that means there's more people like that.
It is
Right,
also
I
it is also a strange coincidence that the very man who abused Kalir for having a pact with the
Is that?
otherworldly influence would also have a pact with another otherworldly influence.
I wouldn't say it's a coincidence. It's probably exactly why she was targeted.
Well, it wasn't like the pack. It caused it, but I think they mostly just thought I was cursed. Because I was talking to people that weren't there.
And if you have a different patron than he would, then you certainly wouldn't know that you would be the same as him.
I didn't mention anything. Well, I didn't mention much about all that. They just kind of, I don't know. Some of them said, a lot of them just said I was cursed, or that I was just wrong.
So he thought he was a curse. Hated himself, took it out on you.
Either that, or again, he just thought she was cursed because she talked to people she couldn't see.
I just think we should get out of Dodge then, if we possibly made
Agreed.
some more enemies. Like in the morning, you know?
Navarre kind of has her hand on, or kind of put her hand on Kalir's shoulder when she mentioned the curse bit.
I'm gonna go to my room. Sleep well, everybody.
You too.
Gives guidance to Kalir and we'll walk away.
Why?
Just in case.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You
God.
never, Parrot, you never know. You never know.
Khalid kind of just says a bit quietly, they used to call me Balvergash.
Balder, what?
Balvergash, it means cursed one in Orcish.
Kind of
Could you
pats
spell
her
that, please?
shoulder. Kind of like pats her shoulder ever so slightly.
Paris.
Sorry if you can hear a microwave in the back.
Yes.
You speak a few different languages, right?
Yes.
Which are those languages? Just so I can, see about something real quick.
I do not speak Orcish, if that's what you're thinking.
That's not what I'm saying, Paris. I said, what languages do you speak?
There you go.
When she says that, and she says that it means cursed one in Orcish, there is a word that is, it's similar. It's, but it means something different.
Oh. In which language?
In Sylvan, it means marked one.
Oh, you can hear her kind of like mutter that. Not what I expected. That's not what that word means. What I know it's called, I would assume I know it's called Sylvan, by the way.
Yes, you were told
Okay.
that it was called Sylvan.
Because I know sometimes it's just like the language of the Fae, but that's not what that means in Sylvan, clear. And I think I might have figured out why they went after you. We'll take a seat beside Claire.
Oops.
What NPR is muted.
He unmuted.
Yeah, Khalid's just like, I didn't say what it meant until...
No, I know. It has a different meaning in Sylvan, however. It means the marked one. Well, if you made a pact with the Fae ages ago, and that's what he was calling you, then it makes sense as to why he went after you. Question is why you mocked.
Well, I mean... a lot of them told me that.
Claire, roll me
Looks
an
fast.
intelligence check real quick.
I'm currently away from my laptop.
Okay. Roll me when you get
Could
back.
you- Okay.
She kind of
We'll say
leans
that,
back.
that Claire's thinking about it.
Oh,
So I'm just making porridge.
you're fine. She'll kind of lean back a little bit away from her. How are they all... I could just be looking too much into it. She's looking at Virgil like, please tell me I'm looking too much into it.
He just does a half-ass shrug.
It just doesn't...
It's not his area of expertise. He doesn't know.
I don't... Believing in coincidences is hell for me. It just feels odd that the word that means cursed in Orcish would mean marked one in Sylvan. We just we just got rid of one of them that was calling you that, who was a pact with the Fae, and that they were saying it to you specifically. It just doesn't sit right.
Oh, that's a good question. Guru, you know Sayas? I believe Sayas is the creator of orcs.
Yeah, no, Sayas was the Stonefounder creator of dwarves. Ait'seh was the creator of orcs.
Ait'seh. Is Ait'seh related to the Fae at all?
Technically speaking, yes. I believe I have told you this story before, where Ait'seh, many of the orcs and people who like deeply follow Ait'seh revere the spear as their weapon of choice because of the fact that it is their way of saying that they will seek penance for Ait'seh's short-sightedness. Because at one point, after he had met with Mealindo, the mother of elves and of the Fae, she's the one who helped breathe life into the orcs, which were his creation. And later on, when he was out hunting, as he had been kind of told to do to kind of blow off steam after his father yelled at him for making orcs when he was told not to make orcs, which was not entirely his fault. But he went out, saw an animal that he thrust his spear into, only to find out that it was Mealindo. And, well, he fled the scene. Mealindo's blood was spilled on the ground, and from that was birthed the Fae, as well as the first of the elves.
Okay. So I would guess that Ait'seh made Orcish language.
Yep.
So who made Sylvan?
Mealindo.
I don't. Okay. So yeah, Claire would just kind of go like, okay, I guess it makes a bit of sense. There would be some similarities. Ait'seh and Mealindo were quite close to each other.
Yeah, some people thought they were lovers, which was forbidden love. Because because Mealindo is an ancient, and Ait'seh is the literal head of the gods.
Did Nifara ever express the idea that she knew who Mealindo or Ait'seh were? I can't remember.
Lear gave her a history lesson at some point.
At some point.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So she wouldn't need to explain it. At least to Nivara. Is Vidric looking confused?
Vidric can roll a religion check if he wants to, unless he's been told it.
I'm pretty sure he would know already, but I'll roll a religion.
Oh no! If you think he'd know already, then go ahead. Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't. Should I roll a religion check or something?
Thing, so.
Oh, it's basic then.
It's one of the key stories of don't do what your parents tell you not to do because it'll get you in trouble. Even if it technically has a happy outcome.
It's the kind of myths that orcs would tell their children.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably not something you'd hear too much outside of orcish society.
Yeah. Unless you were in a religious society.
Hey, what are your gods like? And you go, well.
When it comes down to this, our god accidentally stabbed another god. It was an accident, really.
Well, I imagine dwarves and orcs have quite the rivalry.
It's one of the reasons why the true of Ait'seh don't like orcs. It's because they were made before dwarves when they were not supposed to be.
The true.
We are the true inheritors of Ait'seh.
Now you can understand a little bit more about why that is, because I've mentioned it multiple times. But yeah, they do have that's one of the reasons why they do have a pretty deep rivalry, is because of stuff like that.
Makes sense.
the dwarves being impatient, but having to be patiently waiting on their god to make them, and everyone else is just like, we're just throwing shit together.
I don't know why, but I just imagine, like, the true inheritors of Ait'seh, much like kind of in Christianity you have the commandments. Like in the true of Ait'seh you have like sacred will.
Oh no! Stop!
Don't try and infiltrate them too fast.
Because they inherit Ait'seh
Oh my god.
from whoever owned it before.
Yeah, is Clear explaining anything in particular, or?
I mean, Khalil would explain the story
Yeah.
to anyone that didn't look like they understood.
Probably to him.
To the demon. Sorry.
Fine.
Bilbo wants to go outside. Wait, my dad
It is
calls
big
him
brother.
Black. My dad calls him the Black Flash.
Oh my god. An excellent name. Friggin' Dodo!
Oh, he's still there, Bilbo. Okay, I was just wondering because it's really dark, so I can't see. It's currently raining, so he's just staying underneath the little
Awning.
arch. Like
He said, fuck you, I ain't going out.
he's just outside the door. He's just lying there. So cute. Wait, I'm gonna take.
Okay, so after explaining that story, does Nivara say anything? Like, is that help her question, I guess?
You see, she's like kind of chill, but she definitely is not relaxing. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Like, she's still not enjoying this thought process.
Beardrick will look at her and ask,
My computer
is that
really needs to
something
stop
you can
this.
ask your auntie?
Going to have to. At the very least, ask her if she knows any fae that are associated with mold.
You'll kind of nod.
Another part of it that when it fell out of his hands, by the way, that you noticed is that the handle part of it looked like it had been made out of some kind of wood that was rotting, but that fell apart and showed that underneath it there's like an actual, like, good sword underneath it.
I think I remember her mentioning that she can only come through dead wood as well, so that's certainly curious.
Yeah, Beardrick would nod and just kind of be like, well, in the meantime, we need to get good rest. We're leaving early in the morning.
Fun.
That's how he is. He's always like that.
Mm.
And he'll, I think he'll give one last pat on the shoulder to Clear before heading off to sleep.
She smiles.
His old man heart.
his man heart.
He's an old man heart.
Choice. He's doing his best.
But
He's a very tired old man.
I mean, if her mom's up, he might go stop and chat with her a little bit about how it went, and then go to sleep.
Hit the door,
Hey,
please.
Beardrick, how's the day going? Night, every morning, every night.
Yeah, we'll give him a very brief update, as usual.
He actually will tell you some actual useful information.
Oh, when?
Now.
Now?
Yeah. he's gonna mention. It's probably gonna take more than one sending to explain it all to him. He's basically, the basement room that Bo made that's on like no blueprints of the keep,
Yeah.
because he just said put like a few feet of stone underneath the keep, and then he stone shaped it all out. Basically, he is going to be casting some spells in there that while inside, no fey, fiend, or undead or celestial can go into that room, and some
Oh.
other cool shit. So basically, there's a panic room now, like
Yeah.
straight up that some really nasty critters just can't get into, and that'll basically. He just wanted to inform you that it's getting made, but uh, if there's like a 24-hour span where Bo doesn't send you anything or answer anything, that is because it takes 24 hours to cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A whole day of not hearing from Bo.
I'll
You
have
and
to
Mason.
message you more times on different, like an extra amount.
Okay. Yeah, whenever Vivek can talk to the others without Axel being around, he'll explain all that to them. Sorry, Axel. He doesn't need to know about Panic Room yet.
Anything else you guys are going to do before you head out?
Do I get anything through the looking at the items or no?
Yes. The sword uh, has a once per short rest charge to attempt to poison an enemy when you hit them.
So that's what. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do to clear.
Yeah.
DC 13.
Okay. The ring of anything do anything or no? Is it
It's an
just like
iron
a
ring.
Does it have any engravings on it at all?
Completely plain iron.
How much do I think it would be worth?
Copper pieces.
Yeah. And that guy looked like he was just wearing like bare necessity shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So having this on him would be
Weird.
strange. Yeah.
Whoa. Computer?
I almost started singing Bare Necessities. I'm such an asshole.
Bare necessities, the fucking what are you
cool, me
doing?
too.
You little bitch, come back here, you come here. What are you doing? What are you doing?
There was one thing I wanted to do if there wasn't anything else.
Oh, did Roll20 just black out for anyone else?
I don't know.
No. Your internet
had-
might be having a fit.
Yeah.
Apparently.
There was the last item too that I'm guessing I didn't get anything from.
Which item?
The weird tooth.
Oh yeah, the tooth? Nope. Just basically it's a nail.
Like, what do you mean nail?
Like it's like a nail that he drove into his gums.
Yeah, like an actual fucking.
Oh
nail.
my
Yeah.
Like an actual
God.
fucking nail.
Oh
He's like-
my
'cause Yeah, because by nail, I didn't know if you meant nail as in like fingernail or nail as in a fucking hammer nail.
Make a nature check.
Oh no.
Guidance. Guided.
Yeah, you can guidance on this.
Nature.
Okay.
19.
Also, before I do that, Clear, you don't remember how many people in the city speak Orcish, by the way. You know that there's Orcish people who are in the city, but you don't remember how many people like dedicate themselves to learning that as their second language. With a 19, this has it almost feels like it could be a fingernail, but everything else looks like a nail.
This is such a dumb fucking idea. Okay, I'm gonna stick it in my.
You're gonna stick it in your what?
You know what?
I'm gonna pierce my skin with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. See if anything happens. I'm
Okay.
not putting it in my fucking mouth,
No.
but I'll clean
That was
it
my
a bit.
concern.
Yeah, I'll clean it a bit. Rub it
just
down.
cauterize
as much as I can. Yeah.
Cast Firebolt on it a few times. Make sure that nice and hot. Make sure it's
Yeah.
cleaned away of all the germs. But yeah,
Yeah.
you stab it into your skin. Nothing.
Has to be the math, Chief.
I'm not fucking doing that.
I'll bet you it has to be the math, Chief.
Did you
I
cast
have all
Identify
my
on it?
teeth. I don't fucking have identify.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Sorcerers don't get that.
Oh yeah.
In the
Suffer.
morning, I'll cast Detect Magic on it, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, well, firstly, Khalid does. I don't. Would Axel know that? Probably. I mean, she seems like.
I was
a
gonna say,
very
I'm like, he knows both of us have Identify, I'm almost certain.
I know neither of you have. We haven't encountered a fucking magic item.
You have
I've
indeed
been on
seen
this trip.
her. You've seen Kalir cast Detect Magic while you were in the room.
Detect Magic, but I can cast Detect Magic. So,
So
like,
if you don't want to,
She
yeah.
seems,
Yeah.
she seems a very like wizardly kind of person. Like she has studied.
yeah, he's not gonna ask. He's not one to ask for help if he doesn't need it, he thinks. Yeah.
Was the guy we fought Olkish in any regard?
No,
Alright.
human. 100%.
So he's calling you a term that, you know,
He was a
Makes
bit.
sense.
He might
or
not have
Sylvan. Yeah.
known the word. Granted, humans are known for picking up various insults from other languages, but
I'm sure.
It's true.
Madrino said he wanted to do something first.
Yeah. So just to verify to make sure that I've got this right, we let the cart, Spartacus, our guide, and Bright Eyes outside of the city, right?
yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go out and check on them.
Oh yeah, you see, as you approach, you see Bright Eyes just kind of like, not lazing, but she's kind of relaxed as you see that there's like a part of her feathers that are just being very gently kind of ruffled and scratched at by your guide, who's just kind of like playing a one-handed pan flute next to her. Spark is just kind of just standing there, kind of like looking around, keeping watch and such, and sees you, and kind of makes like, as you're approaching, makes like a stomp, and Bright Eyes like picks her head up to look around and sees you, and just kind of riles herself up and just kind of like gets where she's in like a semi pouncing kind of looking posture, but more of a I'm ready to go kind of posture.
I will cast Speak with Animals, and I will go over and I will ruffle her feathers a little bit.
Soon, my dear. Not quite yet tomorrow morning, but it is good to see you.
Man,
No,
oh
it's
man, it's
morning.
good to see you over
Oh,
here.
you mean
I'm
that
Sparky
night.
approach over.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you meant in the morning. I was like, wait, what?
yeah, no. Yeah, Spartacus walks over just like, man, oh man, it's good to see you again, man. Can you believe this sort of place? This place has got the best old grass I ever did see, but man, I've been so bored.
Tell him to shut the fuck up, please. I want to see someone's reaction if someone
No.
tells him it.
No, he's too polite. He's too polite.
I want to see his reaction. The horse's reaction to getting told to shut the fuck up so badly. I'm
It
so
probably
curious.
wouldn't be the first time someone has shut
I was
up.
about to say.
No one's going to know what he says in response to that unless they know how to speak horse, and this man in front of him is not going to say it. I will also pat Spartacus on the nose as well, give him some scratches. I will turn to the guide as well.
They have not been too much trouble, this, I should hope.
Nope, not really. She was a bit of trouble for a little bit, but she's smart.
Yes, she is.
Started reading to her, and she just kind of like laid down and listened to me, like full on listen to me. I've seen cats do that before, but
She is part cat.
that's why I didn't really question it. But jeez, what smart griffin you got there?
No facial expression at all. Give anything away. Internally grinning like an absolute idiot.
That proud dad smile.
This bird is smarter than all of the party. The only problem
Yeah.
is that they don't understand all of this intelligence.
That's why I've been teaching her many things.
You know, apparently she was being taught a few other things.
Many things, that boy.
What have you been reading to her?
Just a book that I picked up. It's old tales about mountains and such.
Oh, what sort of tales? I am from mountain.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, griffins are from mountains too, but I figured it's just kind of been a while since I've been out towards the sands, and I was trying to remind myself of some of the the lores and such of the Clouded Sands about how there's one of the mountains that is out by the Clouded Sands. Looks like it got, well, crushed. And one of the stories is that when Sayas was carving the mountains, an ancient enemy, giant scorpion, tried to stab at his hand, but he basically just got annoyed rather than hurt and just slapped the hell out of it. But in doing so, he broke one of his mountains. Like, that creature is supposedly in the hells.
Well, if you get slapped by Sayers, I should hope you at least end there.
He's
If
done
not,
other things to
disintegrate it
people.
altogether.
One time he supposedly was wrestling a creature that was trying to eat his mountains, and he threw it into the sky.
You would think after hearing about the guy who got sent to the hells after Sayers, they've had a poor decision.
I don't know if they happened at the same time. Like, word travels fast, but maybe not that fast.
Hmm. Anything of note has happened.
What do you mean?
Well, we have been in the city for a few days now. So I figured you might have perhaps seen something.
Not really. Place has been
No.
quiet on our end.
That is good, I suppose. No news is good news, or so they say.
No news is usually good news if you're not expecting news. 'Cause that means you didn't get anything. Are you bringing me back news that I'm not going to like to hear?
I bring back that we are
Ah, that's good news.
and we are continuing to our current destination.
That's good, right?
It is.
Okay, good.
Out of character, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should tell him. I don't think there is. You know that. You know about that. Definitely doesn't even know about that. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure you and everyone out here were alright.
Yeah, so far we've been fine.
Good, good. I will leave you for the night then,
Okay.
And I'll make my way back into the city.
Okay. So, with that being said, I think that's actually a good place to call it for this evening, with you guys heading out tomorrow and get yourselves to go and finally try and make your way back to Clouded Sands. Try and meet with your druid and paladin associate that you've been trying to meet up with. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Yeet.
this time.
Yes. Twists and turns and toils, troubles, and all that fun stuff coming around. But until next time, we've been What Team Comp. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.